Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nervous Nessie. Today, I wanted to talk about some common mistakes that you may make whenever you stay at an all-inclusive resort. The first mistake is quite common, and that is assuming that everything you see, hear, whatever is included, and it's not. This could include things like activities, the spa services, the alcohol, mini bar in your room, whether that's alcohol or snacks. All of that may or may not be included. So whenever you book your trip at an all-inclusive resort and whenever you arrive at the resort, find out what has to be paid for additionally. And the next tip that kind of goes along with that is not knowing how to book those additional things. Whenever you ask at check-in about what is not included and they tell you, then find out right then how to add that into your trip. Whether it is the spa services or its activities, or maybe you want to go down to the beach and they have an umbrella rental service. Find out right then. That way you aren't wasting time trying to figure it out at the last minute. Also know that a lot of those things that must be booked because they are additional can fill up quite quickly. So you want to book it right away. Some of those items you can cancel, so it doesn't hurt to go ahead and book it just to be on the safe side. But ask what their cancellation policy is on all of the different things you want to book. The next mistake you may make is after you have checked in and you get to your room and then you leave your room and you try to go back to your room and you can't get into your room. And that is because you have deactivated your room key card. A lot of times, all-inclusive resorts have electronic keypads where you have a card and you simply tap it up against that keypad to open your room instead of traditional keys to lock and unlock. If you put that key card next to your cell phone or other cards that could have any type of magnetic strip, it could deactivate your card. And what that means is you're going to be going back to the front desk and wasting time over and over because you have deactivated your card. So whenever you get this card, keep it away from your other cards and keep it away from your cell phone. That way you don't have a deactivated card throughout your trip. Another way to waste time during your trip at an all-inclusive resort is to participate in sales pitches. A lot of all-inclusive resorts are based off of trying to get you to buy into the resort or buy into the brand that has multiple resorts around the country and around the world. And listening to those sales pitches during your trip will eat up a lot of time that you could be using for really good stuff. So try to avoid those sales pitches. I know it's really tempting because they offer a lot of things in exchange for your time to listen to the sales pitch. Maybe they give you a free hour at the spa services, or maybe they give you a free activity if you participate in their sales pitch. But just know that it may not be worth it. If you have a very full schedule for your trip and you're limited on time, it may be better for you to just pay for whatever that service is instead of listening to the sales pitch. Another mistake you may make at an all-inclusive resort is not tipping. All-inclusive resorts expect you to tip everyone. They expect you to tip the towel person down by the pool or down by the ocean or whatever body of water they have there. They ask you to tip your drink person, whether you go up to the bar or whether you're by the pool and someone brings you a drink. You have to tip your hotel staff as far as in the restaurants and in your room, the person that cleans your room. You're going to be tipping everybody. So whenever you go to an all-inclusive resort, make sure you bring a lot of smaller bills. That way you can easily tip everyone. When it comes to your room, you have two options for tipping your room attendant. You can either leave a small tip each day, maybe a couple of dollars, or you can wait until the end of your trip and leave a large tip on the very last day. It kind of depends on the situation. If you have the same person is cleaning your room every single day, then it's better to just wait till the last day. But if you notice that every single day there's a different person cleaning your room, you'll want to tip for just that one day. If you are going on a trip like this, it's better to carry an empty envelope with you just in case you do the final tip at the end of your stay. Because you're giving that extra money, a lot of money together, it's nice to have it in an envelope and simply place the envelope in a very obvious space. I usually leave it on the bed and not mixed in with the sheets. I make sure it's like on the corner to where it's easy to see. And if I have a pen, I will write thank you on the outside of the envelope. That way, the housekeeping service knows that that tip is for them and not something you simply left behind. And the last mistake that you may make when you go to an all-inclusive resort is you only go to the all-inclusive resort. And what that means is you never leave the resort. You just get there, you stay there, and you're there the entire duration of your trip. This does you no good. Get out, explore. I mean, unless you have an all-inclusive resort that is near where you live and you just want a quick getaway, you're probably going to another city or another country, and so you want to get out and explore that area as well, not just the resort. And I know it can be scary, especially if you are in another country and you don't speak the language, but as long as you stay relatively close to the resort, there will be enough tourists nearby that can help out. Also, whenever you stay at the resort, depending on the food options, the food can get old really quick. I actually stayed at a resort that had one main restaurant and then they had kind of a poolside thing for finger foods. And around day 3 of the trip, I had already ate everything on the menu at the main restaurant. And I was sick of it. So I got out of the resort and started eating in other places in the nearby city. Get out and explore the area. Don't just stay in the resort. If you've never stayed in an all-inclusive resort before, it is a different experience than going on a trip where you're simply going to an area and you're exploring. It is a way to completely relax without having to think about too much. But just know that there are mistakes that you can make when you stay at an all-inclusive resort. And I hope that this video has helped bring some of those mistakes to the forefront. That way you don't make the mistakes yourself. If you have made mistakes at an all-inclusive resort, I would love to hear what mistakes you made. And if you have any tips about all-inclusive resorts, I would love to hear those too. So feel free to leave those in the comments below and I'll get to those as soon as I can. And if you would like to know whenever the next video comes out, then subscribe. And I look forward to seeing everyone in the next video. Bye!